WT slaying.
Salama family, Salama, how y'all doing today? Hope you're blessed and highly favored. So before I start with this particular discussion, and I know some of y'all not gonna want to hear it, but I am who I am. Y'all remember in the scriptures when Paul withstood Peter to his face because Peter was being a hypocrite, because Peter didn't want to eat with the Gentiles. Y'all remember that, right? So Paul stood him to his face. Some of y'all say, well, Paul was too hard on him. Paul should have just took him to the side. But Paul withstood him to his face. Why? Was it because he was saying he don't want to eat with the northern tribe? Come on, really? So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to name names, right? Because you name my name. Tone Spain. Had you on my show. The least you could have did, bro, was say, hey, Jacoba, what's your viewpoint? Because I see it this way. You should have reached out to me instead of saying I lied on those brothers. You weren't there when I had a conversation with them. This started months before we did this debate. And who chased who? They chased me. They wanted to see my position on the Gentiles, on whether or not they're northern and southern tribe. I did not chase them. So for you, Tone Spain, to say that I lied, no, you lied on me, bro. And I'm bringing it out today, bro. You need to apologize because you weren't even there. Neither do you understand my position. Neither do you understand their complete position, because their position slowly modifies and change over time. I told you we've had discussions for months. So you need to go sit down and stay on the side where you belong. All right, family, now that I got that off my chest, let's continue. Y'all know how I am. I have a problem with people lying on me, okay? So he named names, I'm going to name names, all right? So the question is for the day, should we stay or should we go? Understand this. Unless the Most High give me the ability to leave, the finances to leave, I'm not going nowhere. The question is for some of you all who have the ability to leave, should you stay or should you go? Right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I pray you seek the Most High. I'm just saying, for me, if I could leave, if I had the money, if I had the ability, I would leave. Well, Jacob, aren't you being disobedient because you're leaving before the second Exodus? Well, the Bible tells me to flee as well. See, this thing isn't going to be like the first Exodus. That's the way I see it. You don't have to agree with me. A lot of people don't agree with me. A lot of people don't agree with me. And guess what? That's good. We ain't got to fight just because you disagree with me. It's good. You don't need my stamp of approval. It's good. But I think you should pray about it. Now, here's the thing. So I took a little poll on the community, right? I wanted to see where everybody stood. Okay, and so these are the results. Let me refresh that, see if it changed. All right, so these are the results from the poll. I permanently, I have permanently moved to the African continent from the U.S., UK, Caribbean, or other locations. Yes, I moved 5%. No, I did not move 10%. I think that's a lot of us. I will be leaving soon, 7%. Waiting on the exodus, 78%. I fit right here, but if I could leave, I'd be up there at the top. So I'm right here. Okay. So that's a total of 12% between yes, I moved. So we got 5% that say they moved. And I'm sure if the poll took longer, it'll increase a little bit. And then there's 7% that says I will be leaving. So that's a total of 12% of our people that's either considering leaving or have left. Okay. Now, like I said, for me, I don't have a choice. And I guess the Most High allows it to be that way, you know. But if I had a choice, I would leave. Now, does that mean I could get my wife and my family to come with me? Maybe not. I don't know. And if my wife and my son didn't want to come with me, then I guess I'd be stuck like Chuck, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I just want to discuss this because I watch a lot of the Pan-Africanist videos and a lot of the Israelites that are returning to the promised land, continent of Africa. And I see this slow percentage of those who have decided to go. I've seen an increase of those who have decided to go. They're either, as you saw with the poll, they either left and they're there already, or they're planning to leave, and it has been increasing. That's why I wanted to take this poll. And like I said, I'm sure if I left it up there long enough, right? If I left it up there long enough, it would increase. Now, here's the problem of why I would want to leave. I mean, look, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question, fam, before I continue. If you were in Nazi Germany during World War II and you knew that Hitler was about to come after the Jews and you was going to have this war and a whole bunch of nations were going to come attack you and you were going to have shortages of stuff, would you stay there? If you would have stayed in Hitler Germany, hit a 1. If you would have got up and left, give me a 2. See, I'm just trying to be practical, right? I'm not telling anybody to leave. I ain't telling you to do nothing. I just know I wouldn't be here. Okay. And I know some of y'all, be like, Yacoba, you need to have more faith. It's not about faith, it's about practicality. It's like that ant that was preparing, beforehand, right? It's using common sense, right? It's being led of the Spirit, not only when to stay, but when to leave. Because here's the thing, they're just my opinion. I don't know everything. Okay. I believe that some people are meant to leave beforehand. I believe some of us who can't are going to have to wait till the second Exodus. Now, does that mean that's a lack of faith that you decide to leave and go early? I think it's wisdom personally. If you understand the scripture, see, this is the problem I have, right? It's the same thing with the whole Gentile argument, northern tribe stuff. It depends on your perspective. If you got a camp mind, then you're going to lean to that viewpoint. If you have a spiritual mind, you're going to lean toward the biblical viewpoint, right? Some people say I'm too Christian minded. No, I'm biblically minded. I know what the word says. I know what the word teaches. I've been studying this stuff. Some of you all just got in on it. Some of you all were saved yesterday or 2 weeks ago. Some of you all haven't even spent time in the word. You ain't even know what church was. Now you jump in, and when people start manipulating stuff, you already think you expert. Okay, so you can talk on this situation. I don't think so. But let me continue here. I told you, for me, Look, I tell it like it is. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm honest. I'm sorry. I'm honest to a fault. Some of y'all don't like that. Some of y'all don't like that. I'm honest to a fault. All right. So, Revelation 18:14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. No more at all. You know what that's saying? When I go to the store and I want some apples, you ain't gonna find it. The stuff I lust after, that alcohol, that wine, that whatever, that juicy juice drink, that milk or whatever, the soul lusted after, that departs from you. You ain't gonna have no more. All the things that are dainty. You want some cakes and some pies and stuff. You want a smoothie. You can forget it. And goodly are departed from thee. That's Bible. Things are going to get difficult. No wonder I want to leave. Okay. So the question is, should we stay or should we go? I'm not going to answer that question. You all have to answer that question. It's a personal decision, in my opinion. Jeremiah 50, verse 4 through 5. In those days and at that time declares the Lord, the people of Israel and the people of Judah together will go in tears to seek the Lord their God. Look, you want to suffer? You want your kids to suffer? I'm just asking. Well, that's not for us. That's for them Gentiles. Oh, the northern tribe? Oh, I digress. I'm sorry. You got to have faith. You go, but well, why are we crying? Why are we crying if things going to be so easy? That don't mean you're not going to have food to eat, but you might be in that wilderness experience, right? Looking for some quail. All of us ain't got Babylon out of us. That's right. A lot of people who could leave are going to wish they had left when it hit the fan. I agree. I wish I left already. I just don't have the ability. Let alone do I have consensus with the fam. See, I'm not going to be going by myself and leave my family here. Somebody got to stand and protect. Somebody who knows what's going on got to give direction and guidance. That's why I think some of us got to be here, because we are meant to be direction and guidance to point them to the Most High. Should we stay or should we go? That's a personal decision. Personal decision. Wealthy Americans are buying second passports as a plan B for their families, citing the pandemic, climate change, and political turmoil. The number of wealthy Americans buying golden passports has skyrocketed over the past 3 years. The top programs grant citizenship to foreigners who invest millions of dollars in the country. U.S. applicants are citing, you know what, climate change and political division, multiple firms told insiders. So the rich are making a plan B. So Israel, do you have a plan B? Look, all of you all who have a plan B, give me a 1. Those who don't have a plan B, I'm one of them, I'll give you a 2. Where's your plan B, fam? How many people telling you to get a plan B? I got a to-go bag. That's about all I got. If I got to run, I can run. But do you have your passports ready? Do you know where you're going to go if you do leave the country? Do you know how you're going to survive? Well, I'm just going to have faith. Okay, well, that's good. But that don't mean you don't plan. I'm looking at things that are coming upon this world, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be here when the Gentiles, and I'm not talking about the northern tribe, I don't want to be here when the Gentiles get their spanking. I don't want to be here, and I'm hoping we all be gone by then. I'm hoping, I'm praying, but I don't know why. Because Israel going to be leaving in tears. I know it's not the honky dory, nice, cottly feeling, and everything gonna be fine. And all we're gonna do is march out in a line, and we're all gonna march under the cloud, and we're out. You don't know it's gonna play like that. See, here's the thing: I read the scriptures, and I read the scriptures with seeking understanding and guidance by the Spirit. I see the scriptures say things like you're gonna have to flee. I see the scriptures saying things like Israel leaving in tears. I read things that says that if you escape the sword, you're going back. See, if you escape the sword, you're going back to the land. I can't help it. I'm just trying to be honest. See, some of y'all want to make stuff up, right? Some of y'all want to change the definition of salvation to now no longer be a spiritual salvation, but only a physical salvation. Some of y'all like to change things when you don't like it. I don't do that. Whatever the words say, I take it. The good, the bad. I don't have to twist nothing. Because guess what? Even if you twist it, what the words say gonna come to pass regardless of what you teach, regardless of what you say, and regardless of how you lie on me. The truth is the truth. Understand this. When it comes down to this, do you want the person who gave you the nice lovey-dovey feeling, the positivity feelings, and none of the negative? So some of those negatives come up and you're not prepared for it? Or do you want the ones who care enough about you to tell you the truth, the unadulterated truth? Some of y'all look at it as hate. Some of y'all think, oh, he got an ego. Maybe I do. Maybe I got a little ego, but it's because of love that I stick to the truth of the scriptures. It's because of love that I, for my Father first and for my people, that I'm honest. So if you say I'm a liar, if I saw you, I would have to do something about it. But I digress. So do we stay or do we go? It depends on how much you want to deal with. And whether or not you have the ability to go. Over half of consumers report grocery and food shortages. Morning consult. What did it say in Revelation 18? And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee. It's already coming to pass. Ain't nobody ready for it. Ain't nobody ready for it. See, I'm just saying it is already here, and nobody wants to be honest. The fruits that thy soul lusted after departed from thee. Grocery is the product category currently most impacted by shortages, according to Morning Consult, latest U.S. supply chain and inflation report. Over half, 51% of consumers surveyed in March 2022 reported experiencing shortages of specific types of groceries and food, up from 43% since September 2021. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Should we stay or should we go? You believe the Bible or you don't? I do. I'm seeing the Bible come to pass every day. I'm seeing every jot, every tittle of that word coming to pass. Granted, I don't want to be here for the judgment on Babylon. I don't want to deal with food shortages. I don't want to deal with gas shortages. I don't want to deal with that. We got enough of problems. I don't want to deal when these people turn on us to take our stuff because they ain't got enough. You know that's coming. I don't want to deal with none of that. I'm just saying it looks like the scripture's coming to pass. So the question is, what do you do about it? Do you use some common sense? I'm just asking. You do as you're led. You do as the ability you have. Where we fall short, the Most High will step in. What Israel, Las Vegas, and other places can teach Southern California about using a lot less water. Lot less water. Why is that? Millions of Southern Californians will wake up to the region's most severe water restrictions ever on June 1st, with local water agencies under orders to slash the use of supplies from the state water projects by 35%. Many water experts say the cuts are achievable and that reducing outdoor watering to 1 day a week can help yield immediate savings. At the same time, researchers and water policy experts say the region needs to adapt to severe drought because climate change, extreme heat, and dwindling snowpack will only serve to exacerbate the issues in years to come. Water shortages, food shortages, water shortages, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Is America under judgment? Are we in Jeremiah 50:51? Is Revelation forming? I mean, we're seeing everything, right? We're seeing the mark of the beast on the horizon. We see the robots in the high tech. We see all these things, the increased oppression, the formation of the Antichrist global government that's going to hit all of these Western nations. And like I mentioned before, the only safe place is going to be on the continent of Africa. The safest place is in Yeshua. If you ain't born again, you in more trouble than that. We need to pray for deliverance. We need to intercede that the Most High will finish waking up the rest of our brothers and sisters. We need to fast and pray and ask the Lord to open up doors for our exodus. Because here's the thing. Do you think the exodus was going to happen all at once? Were we all going to march out of Egypt all at the same time? Would there be enough ships and enough planes to get us out of Babylon? Would there be enough to get us out of the UK? Would there be enough to get us out of Spain, Portugal, Brazil, all of the four corners of the earth? How could all of that happen at one time? It is my opinion that many of those who have left are part of the second Exodus. You think they're not going to get their gold and their silver and their goods once we all go back? They're going to get it too. Why? Because they're Israelites. Why? Because the Gentiles are going to come to them. What? I'm not talking about the northern tribes. I'm talking about those other nations are going to bring gold and silver and give to the people that they oppressed. They're going to come and bring those people back to the land that they came from, right? So as they do that, they're going to give what they call reparations. That's what they call it. But they don't understand reparations mean more than money. The question is, do you want to be here for all of this? I told you, darkness, I feel it. You all feel it. There's darkness out there. It covers the land and it covers the people. It is heavy. Why do you think there's so much fighting going on? Because they don't like the truth. Why? Because they live in darkness. They don't like the truth. The darkness hate the light. Babylon is falling. What else could you call it? Hold on one sec. Spring wheat hits 14-year high on World War III and weather woes. A combination of delayed plantings in northern U.S. plains and Canada due to soggy weather, a dry spell in Western Europe, chaos in Ukraine, and severe weather in India have disrupted global wheat markets, sending prices in Minneapolis to the highest level since 2008. Spring wheat is used to make bagels, pizza crust, rolls, croissants, among other specialty items, which touched a 14-year high on Monday morning at 12:31 a bushel due to delayed planting fears across northern U.S. plains, Canada, because of abnormally wet conditions. Let's not forget all of the chickens that they're killing because of some supposed virus. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. I take the word for what it says. I take the word for what it says. I'm not going to add to, I'm not going to take away from it. It says what it says. I don't have to do that. I don't have to go and take something over here and twist it and manipulate it and make it look like it fit. I ain't got to do that. I read it as it is. I keep it in context. Because this is a truth ministry, even though some may think otherwise, the jokers. But it's all good. It's all good. You know why? Because everyone gonna have to stand in the pit they dug for themselves. If you lying on Gentiles and saying Gentiles can't be saved, when you stand before the Most High, or however you say it, because some of y'all say I lied, however you say, you're gonna be held accountable for souls that don't make it into the kingdom because of your manipulation of the scriptures. You're gonna be held accountable. Oh, Jacoby, you fighting again. I don't care. Look, when it comes down to souls, I have a problem. When it comes down to souls, I have a problem. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you Indian, Chinese, white, Mexican, whatever you are, you can be born again. I got a problem because I see these things happening, right? I got a problem because some of us going to be standing before the Most High and your work going to be left undone. Some of y'all going to have to answer for your doctrine. Some of y'all going to have to answer for your doctrine. Some of y'all going to have to answer for your doctrine. I'm sorry, family. I told you I have a problem when people lie on me. If I have a pet peeve, that's my pet peeve. That's my pet peeve. Especially somebody who I gave the what's the word? The respect to come on my channel. Somebody who I gave the respect to come on my channel, and he want to say I lied. Oh, Jacoba, he said, Jacoba got that attitude. Jacoba don't know what he's talking about. Jacoba, he's like a Christian. He got Christian doctrine. Well, everything they taught wasn't wrong. And go sit down, seek the Lord, and pray about it. While Babylon burns around you, and you ain't waking nobody up. You ain't telling nobody what's going on. You ain't helping them find the Most High, because you all into your genes. You all into the fact that you Israel. And some of y'all ain't gonna bust hell wide open because you ain't believing in the Most High Son. You ain't walking in love. He says if you walk in love, that's how you fulfill all those laws. I told y'all, some of y'all got me fighting for Gentiles. My primary ministry is to the Israelites. My secondary ministry is to the Gentiles, period. And I'm uphold it. So do we stay or do we go? So if you understand what's coming upon this planet, you see it with your own eyes. You got to decide for yourself. And like I say, I can't leave. I can't leave. I mean, not yet anyway, unless the Lord opens up some doors. Sometimes it's hard knowing what's happening. Sometimes it's hard seeing what's coming and people don't want to listen. Sometimes it's hard to be truthful and honest. Sometimes you have to fight. Why? Because people are teaching false doctrine. People are lying. People are misrepresenting the Most High. Sometimes you got to do like Paul and stand them face to face. DHS coordinated with Chinese drone company to create the first totally surveilled city in America. Does this not remind you of They Live? How many of you all saw They Live? If you saw the movie They Live, please give me a 1. Otherwise, give me a 2. Have you seen the movie They Live? Mind you, this isn't tomorrow. This isn't 10 years from now. This isn't 100 years from now. This is now. Do you want to stay in Babylon? I know we leaving. I don't know when we leaving. But it sure seems like we're going to be crying on our way out. I don't want to cry, but I mean, I guess I could cry if it's going to be like that, so long as I get out. If you haven't seen the movie They Live, you should watch it because that's what's happening. At least that's my opinion. They Live is what is happening, and They Live is what they're putting you in right now. So inside San Diego's metropolitan area, the second largest city, home to some 275,000 residents, has made the history books. Chula Vista hasn't cured cancer or discovered perpetual energy, even though they have it. Instead, their mark on history will be a dark one, as they become the first city in America to be completely monitored by spy drones. Like I say, if you have not watched They Live, go watch it. I mean, literally, this is it, right? On a per capita basis, they're probably the most or one of the most surveilled cities in the country, said Brian Hoffer, executive director of the Oakland-based privacy advocacy group, Secure Justice. Pretty much the minute you walk outside your front door and move about your daily life, you're going to be tagged and tracked by some law enforcement agency, even though you've likely never been suspected of any wrongdoing. You know why they're doing this, fam? You know why they're going to be tracking you with drones? Because there's coming another emergency. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in your home again. Can't leave your house. You're going to be sitting in your backyard again if they let you outside, because if they do, like other places, now they're going to have drones to say, go back into your home. You are against protocol 5051. Enter your home now, else law enforcement will be called. They got some more of that stuff coming down. Y'all think that is over. Y'all think them lockdowns are over. They're not over. They just beginning. I got a problem with all of this. Didn't we say ain't nothing going back to the way they were? Didn't we say you're not going back to normal? Now they're putting drones in the sky to monitor you. Really? How much more Orwellian does it get? Except for the mark of the beast. You know that's next. See, they already ran the first test. Some of y'all already gave in to the first test. They didn't probably got like a 75% commitment globally to the first test. The second test is going to be a chip implant or some kind of mark, which is made from chips. And you won't be able to step out your house unless you have an approval from your chip. And if you happen to walk 2 feet from your house, the police are going to come and harass you. This is already in San Diego right here, these drones. This is a test case. This isn't going to happen months from now. It's happening now. It's just going to go from state to state, from country to country. Australia, just think if they had these drones, they were already bad. All of these nations are going to have these drones. The only safe place is going to be in the less technological nations. Now, you could go ahead to Mexico and stuff if you want, Chile, or some of these other places. But guess what? You don't know nobody there. They're not your people. You best get around your people if you're going anywhere. I know some of y'all think that America's your homeland. This is where you're from. Yeah, you stay here. You stay here with the lack of food. You stay here with the drones. And you stay here with the mark of the beast. I'm not going to be here with you. I'm not going to be here with you. Should we stay or should we go? It's a nightmare. Baby formula shortage leaves U.S. parents desperate. Okay, so if you got kids, now you got a baby formula shortage. So hopefully, you can produce your own. Shortages upon shortages upon shortages. Maybe you all don't see it that way. Maybe you all don't see the severity. Maybe you all don't understand what's going to happen. Maybe you all don't understand that Israel going to end up having to defend themselves, and hopefully the Most High sends angels to protect us. T3 and me, if you could send me that link, that I appreciate it. That'd be great. Shortages upon shortages. Let me read it again. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Do you not think that's happening? Does that not look like what is happening? The good thing is it denotes that our Exodus is near. The question is, how close is it? Thank you. Thank you, T3 and me. So the question is, how close is the Exodus? And if the Exodus is close, how much suffering do we have to go through before we get there? Everybody has to make a decision for themselves. Like I say, I can't leave. I want to leave. I would be out of here yesterday if I could leave. How do you see all these things coming and not realize what this means? How can you see all these things happening now and not realize the amount of suffering that is coming to this nation while we're still here? I'm not trying to make anyone afraid. I'm being practical. I'm a practical person. Some people don't like it. Some people do. I ask myself a lot of questions too. Well, if this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, then how is the oh, I'm gonna need a miracle there. Okay, fine. I'm good for miracle. I trust the most high. Maybe it's not in his will for me to leave. I'm prepared, hopefully. But is your family prepared for it? Are your children prepared for it? Are you prepared for the racial tensions that's going to occur? Thank you, Teacher and me. Are you prepared for the injustices that are going to occur when they come in and take food from your stores and take food from your community and rob your garden? Are you prepared? Because you know you ain't going to get no protection. Only the Most High can protect you, and you can protect yourself. But you know what's coming. See, most people ain't going to teach you this. Most people not going to show you this because most people can't handle it. Most people are used to the Christian church way of it's all good, right? Your tomorrow is better than your yesterday. Even Israelites are used to that your tomorrow is going to be better than your yesterday. They're not ready for, I might have to go through. I might have to go through. I might have to suffer. I might have to starve a little bit. I'm glad I'm vegan now. I'm glad I'm vegan now because I'm getting used to eating some grass. I don't want to be looking for some fried chicken and some hamburgers and some steak and some barbecue and thinking, I should be able to do what I used to do. But let me whisper sweet nothings in your ear so that you can be happy in your deception. Well, Jacoba, you don't sound like TD Jakes. Nope. You don't sound like Fred Price. Nope. It is what it is, fam. Truth sometimes hits hard. It's hard being a truth ministry. Not only do people not like it, people gonna lie on you, people gonna manipulate what you say. It's hard being a truth ministry. I told you I'm built for this because I grew up a fighter. I told you. No matter if 1,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 people come for against me, I'm gonna stand for the truth. That's how I am. The Most High built me that way. I'm not no punk. I'm not going to twist the scripture for you. I'm not no punk. I'm not the one that's going to go over and got to get along with the majority because you don't understand the word. I ain't no punk. And no, you look, ain't nobody got to like it either. You're not what I like, Jacoba. No, I'm not what everybody like. I'm not. I already told you, though. You could count on me. I told you that. I ain't going to lie on you. I'm not going to betray you. I'm not going to manipulate you. You can count on that. I'm going to do the best I can for you. You could count on that. I'm going to love you in action and not just words. You can count on that. But some people don't like that, right? Because guess what? They can't get nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you. I want what the Most High got for me. Like I said in the previous show, all the people that's not here no more, don't you wish they had another, they wish they had one more day to do what the Most High told them to do? We got to work while it's light because the night cometh when no one can work. I'm busy about my Father's business, like Yeshua said. I model myself after him. Now, I'm not perfect. That's true. I am. And I'm good for it. See, I told you, teacher and me, I'm built for it. I'm built for it. Because I don't like liars, I don't like deceivers, I don't like manipulators, and I don't like yes men. You see why I don't show my face? Because I'm fighting all the time. If I showed my face, I'll be fighting in the real world all the time. Somebody got to be able to speak the truth. I'm trying to help you out. Maybe you didn't know this was happening. Maybe you didn't know the scriptures teach that was coming. Maybe you up in the deception, think we're gonna be raptured. Maybe you up in the deception that think you ain't gonna have to go through and suffer nothing. I understand otherwise. Final news article. Electricity shortage warnings grow across the U.S. Power grid operators caution that electricity supplies aren't keeping up with demand amid transition to cleaner forms of energy. From California to Texas to Indiana, electric grid operators are warning that power generating capacity is struggling to keep up with demand, a gap that could lead to rolling blackouts during heat waves or other peak periods as soon as this year. California's grid operator said Friday that it anticipates a shortfall in supplies this summer, especially if extreme heat, wildfires, or delays in bringing new power sources online exacerbates the constraints. The Mid-Continent Independent System Operator, or MISO, which oversees a large regional grid spanning much of the Midwest, said late last month that capacity shortages may force it to take emergency measures to meet summer demand and flag the risk of outages. Electricity shortages. So you got food shortages, water shortages, electricity shortages, baby milk shortages. Sorry about that, fam. Thought I had that muted. So you have all of these shortages. Are you prepared for it? Are you prepared for being without electricity? Are you ready to be hot? Are you ready to be freezing in the wintertime? Are you ready for the lack of food, baby milk? Are you ready? Are you prepared? What's your plan B? What is your plan B? Because guess what? The Gentiles have their plan B. The elite have their plan B. They got secondary passports, they have secondary citizenships. But what the Negroes got, what the Israelites got, what is your plan B? Yeah, we used to deal with blackouts too back in the day, but I'm glad it didn't last forever. See, America not used to being without electricity and burning inside their homes with just air rushing in and fans. I remember being young, we used to go to with my grandmother and them, have the fans on. I'm about that age, but some of y'all not used to no AC. I don't like being without AC. But understand, Americans aren't used to not having. We're not used to not having. Even the poorest of us are not used to not having, we're not used to no electricity. We're not used to not being able to go to the store and get some fruit and get some veggies and get some meat and get some milk and get whatever we need. We're not used to it. Yes, we're spoiled. I'm spoiled. I am. And I'm not ready for it. But I hope the Most High makes me ready for it. Because here's the thing, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not trying to make friends. I told y'all I don't have friends. I have family members. Why is that, Yacoba? Because I've been backstabbed too much. I don't try to make friends. But guess what? That don't mean I don't care about people. That don't mean I don't love people. That don't mean I'm not trying to help you. I told y'all I don't play games. A lot of people play games. I don't come to play games. I'm not here to grow no church. I ain't here to grow no mega ministry because, like I said, less than really 0.5% even support us. I'm not even trying to do none of that. I'm trying to win some souls to the Most High. I'm trying to save some of our people. I'm trying to wake up some of our people. I'm trying to get us ready to be prepared to meet our God if we got to see him tomorrow. I'm here to try to make sure that we prepared and know what to do when these times come. We didn't warn y'all these times were coming, and people say we were crazy. We didn't warn y'all the 400-year prophecy, but even today they say we crazy. It's a lie. They see all of this stuff happening after 2019, but we liars. We don't understand the scriptures. I want to see all of their studies where they did this before we did, where they taught all of this before we did. I'm not saying, we the first. I'm saying that we've been teaching this for years. And now it's coming to pass. You can believe and trust who you want. You can believe who you want, follow who you want, but guess what? You don't have to try to convince me of nothing. You don't have to convince me of nothing. Don't hunt me down. Don't ask me my opinion on Gentiles. Don't ask me my opinion on Northern tribes. Keep your own opinion to yourself and be good with it. You don't need my stamp of approval because you ain't going to like what I say. I told you I ain't here to make no friends. I'm not. I'm here to serve the Most High, whether you like it or not, whether you like my personality or not. Maybe I am too rough. But I guarantee you I'm the type of person that you can trust. I guarantee you I'm the type of person that's not plotting to get something from you and manipulate you and turn on you at the last minute. That's not me. I'm loyal and I'm committed. That's my personality. That's the way I've always been. That's the way my brother is. That's the way we are. Hate all you want. I ain't here to make no friends. I work for one. I have one boss. His name is Yeshua, period. The question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What is God telling you to do? Is he telling you to stay or is he telling you to go? I can't answer that for you. I could tell you one thing. Don't think you ain't getting through this without some suffering. Don't think you're getting out of this without some suffering. Don't think you're getting out of this without some betrayal too. You better watch your back. Because if you are stocking up, if you are getting food, if you are getting water, if you are saving money, if you do, you better watch your close friends. You better watch some of your quote unquote ministers and mores. You better make sure they got a heart for God first. You better be cautious, because these are the days of trouble. Is a day of vengeance. These Western nations are under judgment, and you can see it for yourself. These nations are under judgment, and we just happen to still be here. So keep playing about Gentiles and their salvation if you want to. I'm not. I'm not telling nobody they can't be saved. I'm not saying they got to attach Israel to be saved. Salvation is by grace through faith in Yeshua alone. I'm talking about that spiritual salvation. Yes, there's a physical salvation. Some don't believe that either. Some believe that there aren't two types of salvations. There is a physical and a spiritual one. This is the time to get ready for the harvest. Some people are going to be harvested and they're going to go into the fire. Some people are going to be harvested and they're going to go into the barn where they're safe. Keep playing if you want to. Understand, when this world ends, very few, according to the scriptures, going into the next world. I want to be one of those in my family that goes into the next world, that's made for the righteous, that's made for those who are born again, those who have a new spirit, those who are redeemed and have won many souls to the kingdom of Yah. I want to be one of those. So you can like my personality or you're not. You can think I'm a bit rough or not. You can think I'm arrogant or not. But I'm working for the kingdom, and my business ain't your business. My business ain't your business. If you believe Gentiles can't be saved, or you believe they got attached to Israel, that's your business. You ain't got to bring me in your business. Don't hunt me down. Don't chase me down. Don't bother me. I'm at my Father's work. I got work to do. I ain't got time to be dealing with y'all. If you feel that way, keep my name out your mouth and go about your business. That's all I got to say, fam. Should we stay or should we go? That's a question for you to ask the Most High. Pray about it. Read your scriptures and see what's coming down the pike, because it looked like it's here. What I'm seeing is a few months away from all hell breaking loose. I'm serious. Even if you add to the fact that World War III is here, right? It's all here. What is not here other than the Exodus? What is not here other than the Antichrist? What is not here? Almost everything you would expect. I'm just saying, peace and blessings, Israel. Your captivity is ending. Love you with the love of the Messiah. And please support the Dry Bones Project.